This is Freeloaders. I'm MikePapaFoxtrot.
And I'm 3T.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download from the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they are worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at Bloodborne, an action role-playing game developed by From Software, published by Sony Computer Entertainment for PlayStation 4. And these are our first impressions.
So, shall we press new game? And
let's jump
proceed?
I have pressed.
I'm pushing new game now. Yes, I've got options.
I'm not going to probably select any of these. I'm just going to go back, discard present changes and return. Yes, that's fine. Why has that not done anything?
I didn't manage to get to new game. I've actually managed to get onto some kind of menu changes.
Control.
Which I'd already actually set up, but now I have animation
and you
playing.
Can go
Yes,
next, and I'm slightly behind you in that case.
You've come to the right place.
Yeah. That was slightly strange because there was a system to allow you to do that, which I preemptively did, and then it asked me all the same questions.
The good thing is we've turned the volume down before we started, so that's always a plus.
Only unravel its mystery.
Yeah, because it was quite loud. I mean, that's the problem. I think one of the problems, I mean, you know, it's not a major problem, but one of the problems with having the audio coming through the controller is that you have everything coming through the controller. So it's quite nice when you do have games that you can adjust the volume, because there are games that you can't.
Yeah.
I'm now in a complete a contract, so I have to enter a name.
Well, I'm just going to put 3T then.
Yep, I'm just showing my ineptitude with the thing. This is where I wish I had a short name like like 3T. This is where a keyboard would have come in handy. And of course I have to capitalize Papa and Foxtrot.
Of course. I've stuck with male and young. I'm now on Origin. I quite like the idea of being a milk toast, but I'm going to see what else we've got here as well.
What?
Milk toast. Ordinary, happy upbringing, all attributes average. Lone survivor, troubled childhood, violent past, professional, military veteran. Waste of skin, that sounds like me.
Toast.
I'm going to be a waste of skin.
I have no idea. Lone survivor. I'll be a lone survivor. There you go. That sounds about right. Appearance.
Well, I'm going to go
We've
for
got a gender in.
top heavy, muscular, very muscular, burly, slim. I'm not sure. Large
Voice.
head.
I'm going to go with a mature voice build. I'm going to go with
I might go.
small,
Do you know, it
small and large head. What is that?
It doesn't actually seem to make very much difference. So it's only now I'm looking on the right that I'm seeing that
I
the
don't know,
small head looks tiny.
the small and large head is hilarious.
And also, very burly is not that different from burly.
Where's Lardas? I can't find Lardas.
I was looking for similar, so I'm going to go for burly. Scale adjustment. Here we go. So we can. Well, this is where we can change our. I'm going to just have a massive, bloody, great big belly.
But I can make my head bigger here as well. That's what's the point of that. Oh dear.
I'm actually probably not going to spend too long doing this because this is just.
I don't know.
Eating
I can't work
time.
this out. I must confess, I don't really enjoy creating characters. The one that I think I enjoyed creating characters the most in was probably Grand Theft Auto Online, where you kind of had to decide who your mother and your father was, and then it just took care of it.
Yeah.
That was quite.
Oh, I don't know what skin tone. I'm going to go for this really white, pale one because that's funny.
Face detail. I think face. I need to do my face.
Can I make myself green? I want to be green.
Features.
It's not really
There's
helping.
not much. I don't really understand how you change.
Oh, I'm already
Oh,
losing
there you
interest
go.
in this. Face shape.
Hair, facial hair. Here we go.
And have massive nostrils.
Here we go.
Nothing I change is having any real impact on this guy apart from skin color. The rest of this is.
I'm having red hair, So I might have red hair and I might have red hair and green skin because I think that would be funny.
I think I'll have a beard.
I think my beard might be green.
This is, you mentioned GTA. I really wish that they had gone the full 3D beard route in GTA, but actually these beards look really awful. So maybe they did make the right decision in just having sponged on ones. I'm going to give myself this long old hippie beard here and make it green.
I can't find my hairstyle. Why are there ladies' hairstyles mixed in with the men? I've already. I'm going to have a lady's hairstyle.
I'm going to have green hair and green beard.
Well, I'm gonna have red sort of like that moody goth hair over the front of your face.
I think I selected that as you said it, but we'll see when they match up.
And then I'm gonna have a scruffy beard, and I'm gonna have a green beard. That's what we're gonna have.
Green stubbly head. Yeah. Actually, that's making the note. Have you gone green beard as well?
I'm gonna have blue skin, green beard. I'm literally just having fun. Actually, I'm quite enjoying the way you can mix colours. For a while there, I actually looked like I was a ginger. That was a little bit worrying. When you mix green and red, you get a gingery colour initially.
This will do, really. I might put some glasses on me. What glasses can I make my guy wear? Oh God! All right, let's have these weird goggles. That'll do. Tattoos.
I've now got a neon beard.
Problem is, this is now distracting me and making me make too many decisions, and I just
I think I'm gonna give this another couple of minutes, and then we'll hit forward. I mean, really, we're just sort of we're just playing with the engine, really.
Yeah.
Just to sort of skin.
How about that then? So there's a completely separate first impressions section. First impressions on character building. Compared to other games where you've built, you obviously GTA, you've said you like. Fallout has that similar kind of select your parentage thing. I've never been a big fan of Fallout, if I'm honest. I've done a lot of wrestler creating in WWE games. That's always quite good fun, but that's an afternoon goal.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed playing with our soup when we were playing.
DC Universe.
DC Online. Yeah. Yeah, DC, that was quite good fun. I don't understand. Why is my skin not blue? Oh, base skin colour. Oh, that's a bit boring. Okay, well, never mind then.
You don't really know how to get out of this apart from, I suppose, circle. So whenever you finish making your character, I'll press circle to return, and we'll see how.
I'm going to have John Lennon glasses because that's nice. Yes,
I've gone for
John Lennon glasses.
My beard, goggles.
My beard has changed to red. It's almost like I originally set it up as green. Oh, I don't know. I don't care anymore. Right.
I'm going to love seeing these
ready
two
when
side
you
by
are.
side. I've pressed circle and I guess press circle again. Oh no, finish. There we go. So whenever you want to press finish, I will press finish.
Can we do anything with the level in the bit? No, we can't.
No.
All right. Ready when you are then. 3, 2, 1. I'm pressing finish.
Finalize contract.
Finalize contract. Yes.
Oh, something going on here. Antidote. Small medicinal tablets that counteract poison. Used to treat ashen blood, the baffling sickness that ravaged old Yahardan long ago.
I've got silencing and small resonant bell. Small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across the world, and I can't read the rest. So I got 2 things. Did you get 2 things?
I got 2 things, yeah. I didn't really read much of it. It's boring. This guy, Eyeless Joe, I'm calling him, is now talking to me.
Why can't I make my character like him? Why is he not just a selectable character? I would play with him. He's well, that's probably play with him is probably the wrong thing, but you know what I mean.
It's already committing a huge sin in wasting a lot of my time. I just want to get out into the world and play around.
Well, we probably could skip, but that's the way it is, isn't it?
My character, I'm assuming that we're seeing the same thing. I appear to be sort of drugged up in a bit of a haze. Waking up.
Nice. It's got a very nice suit. It's nice, sort of. Well, it's not really a suit because the jacket's missing. Oh dear.
Like a demon or something coming out of a blood pool.
Yes.
Or
there's the Bloodborne, isn't it? Literally born in the blood.
I suppose so.
Or carried by the blood, or born by the blood.
This A very impressive visual. I'll give it that. He burned our touch, so we're clearly destined to do something.
Yes, that's nice to know. It's made a right mess on the floor, though, hasn't it?
It has a bit, hasn't it? Oh, is that Eyeless Joe? No, it's a weird zombie thing. Am I able to move the sticks? I'm not really doing anything at the moment, apart from being a passive observer.
No, I'm just...
He's got a very unfortunate shaped mouth.
Where have I seen those before? They look familiar.
I mean, while we're waiting for the animation to finish, are you familiar with Bloodborne at all?
Not really, no. The sequels I have watched played. I may have seen Bloodborne played once. I sort of get the impression it's a bit like what's that? I'm sure I changed my X and Y axis. It's a bit like that the thief, the sort of the thief one. I mean, it's your no. I'm confused now. I'm sure I changed my X and Y axis.
I can roll into things.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's literally. You can inspect things.
Yeah.
I found a handwritten scroll.
I'm trying to view some notes, and some little demon things are picking them up, and I can press R1 to attack them. So.
Are you still in the first room?
No, I've gone through a door.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. How do I change my X and Y configuration? Open door.
R3 apparently lets me lock targets, and R1 helps me Kung Fu chop. Ah. Okay.
Not really blown away by the camera control. It is a little bit. It's not as smooth as it's not as smooth as some other games.
No.
Okay, R3 lock on. So this is the once again this is the educational level, isn't it? What was that in the ceiling?
A werewolf is eating a man, and I'm going to Kung Fu him to death. Oh, he's beaten me in half. Oh dear. Well, he didn't go on fire like the other one did. I'm very disappointed.
How do we kill the... Oh, him.
Oh, those little demon things. Are you fighting a werewolf too?
I'm fighting a werewolf too.
I mean, I'm about to die from werewolf bites, so...
I'm dead.
Okay, this is not... My first thing I'm noticing about this attack system is that it is not a hammer the button attack, is it?
No, you have to think a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to plan my attacks. So that's good. We've learned something.
Yeah.
Okay, now waiting for it to reload. Alright, so very much... Yeah. So,
unless you were supposed to die there. I think you were supposed to die there, actually.
I don't know. I see. My instinct was not to run away from the werewolf because, that's just not how I play games.
I dealt him some damage. I'm pretty sure the video will show I dealt him some damage.
Let the evidence show that I am not as shit at games as you believe.
Oh, well, I know I am. So, right, I'm now in front of a church.
Oh my god, creepy child.
What are these skeletons?
That's a doll. Ugh. That's horrible.
Are you outside of a church?
I'm outside a church, but there's like a doll that looked like a child on the left. There's a Yharnam headstone.
On the left?
Select location to awaken.
Lovely moon. What a lovely moon.
Oh, and I've just looked at a headstone, and now I'm about to awaken in another room, so I'm not going to do anything useful out here.
Acquire item. Yep, I'll take all of the items.
We are very definitely now in completely different areas.
I am literally playing in the dark here. Yeah. Oh, I see. There's the headstone. Ah.
I'm back indoors again.
Now I'm heading back to where you are now. First floor sick room, it said.
Yeah, and now I'm going to fight this werewolf again. So let me try and plan this a bit better.
There was a church that you could go up the stairs, but I couldn't open the door. And then when you went over to the left, there was a fountain with a skeleton in it. And that lets you pick things up. So I don't know. I couldn't fathom it. So.
Okay, round 2 with Mr. Werewolf. Slightly worse than the first time.
Right. This is interesting.
So
Do we have to get past?
my attempt to plan my attack failed. So I'm going to try and sneak past his hairy backside
When
this time.
locked onto your target, you will quick step instead of rolling. Okay. All right. So that's an attack. What's that?
Run.
That's an attack.
No, I've locked onto him. Run away. He is following me, so I do believe that the attack is the only... He backed off then.
Oh, I've dealt him damage. I've dealt him damage. I've dealt him damage.
I'm doing what I'd like to call a kung fu combo, but now I'm dead.
Well, I'm trying to get him. I've got him down to 2.
Okay, this is...
But he keeps going up. Every time I give him damage, he seems to... Get up! Get up, you wimp! Oh, I died. That was interesting, because I took him down, and then it went up. So I don't know. Is the number the amount of damage that I'm dealing him, or is that the amount of health left? But I've definitely dealt him significant damage.
Okay, this time I'm just going to run past him up the stairs.
Oh, I'm going for round 3. I'm going to have him.
He's got
He's
food.
mine.
He can just eat that bloody thing there, can't he?
No, he's mine. I'm having him.
Well, I've opened the door, and I haven't got on the floor, and I don't intend to do the dinosaur. He hasn't followed me up the stairs, so I'm just going out this way now.
No, I'm having him.
Oh, there's some quicksilver bullets outside in one of these bodies.
Well, that might
Now,
come in handy. Maybe that's
I
what
had
we've
a
got to
gun-
come back for.
If I had a gun, I could probably fire those bullets.
No. Round. Well, maybe if you chuck them hard enough.
Well, that's plan B.
Round 3 didn't go so well, but
No.
round 2 so far was my best contact. So, I think
inventory.
I think I'm going to try running by and throwing those bullets at the bugger.
Here's my inventory. I've got... No, I haven't. What the hell have I got?
Is there anything in the room that I can take? I mean, I get the impression that this is not just sort of like a visceral fighting game. It is like a little bit more of a, like most of these role-playing games, it is more tactical and thinking, and the combat is not always... Oh, he's seen me. Not always the first thing that you're supposed to do. So,
No.
Yeah, He's interested in live meat. That's the thing. He's got his health back. How did he get his health back? How did you get your health back? Oh, round 4 didn't go well either.
The thing is, once you're at the top of the stairs... Oh, there's another gate I can open. I'm just going to keep moving and like, he can
Well, the problem
have
was
his food and I can...
I tried to stealth around him, and I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I really want to kill him. There's lots of little things. I've got notes on the ground. So, right.
Oh my God!
Is attack
There's
with
somebody
right
outside here that wants to kill me as well with fire. He's armed.
Step
I'm
right
on
hand.
fire.
Shoot hand, left weapon. Options menu. Okay, options. Open menu. Alright, yep. Fine. There's lots of help. I just, what's that on that shelf? Is that something that can help me? No.
See,
Of
now,
course not.
I have not necessarily proven myself in our past episodes to be the best gamer in the world, but this may be a new look.
Join the club!
I believe I have found an absolute 0. And it is this game. And my ability to play it.
How did you get by him? How did you get by this guy?
I just ran up the stairs. He gets me a couple times, but I get through the door, and then he's not really interested in me after that.
Well, round.
Oh my
round
God, he
5
is
was-
this time. Ah, he's followed me out the door. It was a fluke. It was a fluke.
I was going to say round 5. Round 5 didn't go as well as I expected.
It was an absolute
I-
fluke, and this time he took one good swipe at me, and I'm dead in the graveyard.
Here's the thing. I suggest we have a good look around at our surroundings without going near the guy. and we see what tools we have, because I suspect that killing him is going to is the you can return to the hunter's dream. We could go back to that graveyard, I think.
Well, I'm going to do that instead.
There's a staircase behind.
I'm going to teleport to the graveyard.
Lock on. So R3 is lock on and release target. Okay, so that's R3. So, okay. What have I got in my inventory that can actually kill a werewolf or whatever he is?
So, at the stairs, the messengers offer you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are wielded with the left hand and employed in beast hunting. Well, yes, please then. I'll have a blunderbuss. That sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice... where did you go?
I went back to the hunter's dream, and I went up the steps, and there was the option of giving me a gun. So, how the hell do I equip it?
A gun would be a lovely option. See, this is it. This is not just a jump in shooty game. This is a visceral thinking game, isn't it? Okay, where
Part
is
2
that,
may be short. Okay, I don't
know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, once you the thing with this kind of game is that you have to kind of learn its mechanics. I mean, it's the same with any game. You have to kind of learn the mechanics. Where did you get the hunting weapon from? I'm in a graveyard.
The stairs. When I went on the graveyard, I just followed the stairs up that I was already facing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how.
Oh, accept a gift. Yes, please.
Ghosts.
I'll have the gift.
How do I use it though? How do I?
A hunter's axe. Yes, please.
Well, how come you got an axe and I got a blunderbuss?
Accept a gift from the messenger. A blunderbuss. Yes, please.
But how do I get the blunderbuss in my hand?
Don't know. I'm at the moment. I'm just talking to all the people that have got equipment. Accept the gift. Yes, please. A notebook. Yeah, I'll take a notebook from you. I look like Billy Connolly. I've got a big ginger beard. Right. How do I equip that?
My guy is now set up in a sort of Kirk punch thing. So if I press R1, he's got his hands together, clasped together, and doing that sort of overarm axe handle punch that Kirk used to do.
Sort of like when he was trying to kill the Gorn.
Yeah. That weird like double axe handle punch attack. But now my guy can do that.
That might help. You never know. You know. I mean, a werewolf, a Gorn. I mean, you know,
it's all the same.
It's One's essentially a lizard, the other one's essentially a canine.
If you hold down circle while you move, you run.
How do you equip a weapon?
I have no idea. I'm just pressing all the buttons.
I'm just going to have a button mash at the moment. I've already had 5 rounds with Mr. Wolf, and touch your upper D-pad.
Upper. Hello.
Yeah.
Didn't really do much. Made me do a glowing thing though.
Yeah, you only do it once though.
Yeah,
so whatever it was I've used,
maybe that was a waste.
Not nice.
Okay.
So that's not weapon select. That's not
Personal
weapon select.
effects.
That's not weapon select. That's not weapon select.
Because my options, when I go into the inventory and I go across to Hunter Axe, my options are use or discard. Well, okay, use then. But it's not letting me do anything.
Huntress.
He likes kung fu chopping though. Oh, and L1 switches your to an double axe handle Kirk punch.
But how do you get it? How do you? Oh, toggle stat. No, select. Maybe you have to place it. Okay. Equip.
Okay.
Standard. Gems equipped. That's gems. I'm worrying about my axe at the moment.
R2 is a strong attack. Yeah, I just want to be able to fire something at somebody.
I want to be able to use an axe.
Emergency Quicksilver Bullet. What does this say? Emergency Quicksilver Bullet replenishment. Use with caution. Oh, that might be what just made us both feel better. Probably wasted that.
Yep. This guy is not dying.
You find the werewolf again.
Yeah.
Try R2. R2 will give you a harder attack.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'm attacking furniture now.
Well, at least you can win that fight. That's why I like fighting that in this game.
Oh. When he sprays blood all over you, he isn't spraying blood all over you. It's your blood spraying all over him.
Oh, yeah, no. I gathered that when I had my face eaten off about 5 times.
Guess how round 6 went?
Well. I'm just going to plough into him again.
I just want to equip a blunderbuss and run at him.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be nice,
I don't understand how to equip. Okay, so here on, let's inventory. So it's in our inventory. What's this? Stats system.
God, it's all about timing. Oh no, that's my guts all over the wall again. So you have to be able to duck and dodge and everything. And
yeah.
It's down to 4.
Return. Okay. Select item to use. Right.
If I beat this guy,
selected.
I'm just going to stop recording. Well,
use.
I'm still recording.
Use. I don't understand. I've got it selected as use. Why is it not? How do I move it to my?
Okay, how do we feel about Googling?
Well, I think if we have to Google, I think that will come and be mentioned in the follow-up. This is beginning to feel very much like me hacking doors in Deus Ex, which I have to say, once I worked out how to do it, I loved Deus Ex. But you remember how frustrated I was at getting through those doors.
Yeah.
So it means that this game, I think, is going to need a little bit more time. And I think that what we might do is we might admit defeat there, and we'll come back with our thoughts in just a moment. So we put some time into Bloodborne. Let's start as ever with playability or replayability. How are you going to handle this, 3T?
I think it was obvious during part 1 that I didn't really get on with the game. The fact that, I mean, we joked at the time, but the fact that I had to go and Google how to do something as simple as equipping a weapon didn't really bode well and set the scene, shall we say, for my ability to play this game. That probably says more about me than the game, but what do you think?
Well, I think it probably says more about us because I have to say I wasn't blown away. I've heard lots of good things about Bloodborne and other games in the sort of in the series, and I was surprised at the sort of the tutorializing. I mean, I don't know. Was it? It was just. It didn't feel like fun. It just felt like hard work. Maybe that's the point.
Maybe.
And maybe that's what some people actually want in their games. But that was my feeling, is that it did feel like unnecessary hard work. Like having to die before you could get a weapon was a little bit strange. I mean, maybe there were options before and we just didn't see them. Maybe there was enough tutorializing around, but maybe, you know, fools rush in and other people tutorialize. I don't know. That's my sort of feeling. Will I replay it? I don't know. I'm glad I've got it in my library, and you know, things might change, but for now, it's a project on hold.
Yes, I think that's the same. I won't be replaying it because I deleted it from my dashboard the instant we stopped playing. So with that in mind, any hidden catches or anything that popped up that you found particularly negative, other than the gameplay?
Well, no, I don't think there's anything that actually jumped out and annoyed me. The tutorializing, obviously, but that's probably part of gameplay. The sort of the fighting combo, but again, that's sort of gameplay. There was nothing really that that sort of upset me, other than the what I've already actually said. So, and did you see any catches or anything that you thought was concerning?
Not in my limited experience with it, although I haven't looked into it. So if there are any pay-to-play loot crate aspects, then they didn't pop up in the first experience, at least.
Well, they didn't get there in the time it took us to actually, or the time that we were playing the game. So
no, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose that's... So what about the fun factor then? I sort of already have a feeling I know about this.
I feel like I don't want to be too harsh on it, because I can see that it could be fun. I don't want to dismiss it, because I know that for somebody who has the time and the effort to put into an RPG, this is very clearly a good example of that genre. It's just not for me. So my overall fun level, to be diplomatic, was low. But I can see that with some patience and a love for the genre, it could be a lot of fun. How's that?
That's very diplomatic.
How about you?
For me, I quite enjoyed the initial sort of running and trying to take out the challenge of taking out the werewolf at the beginning, and I quite enjoyed the actual combat. Once I'd fathomed the combat, once I started to get a hang of it, I mean, that was the thing. Once I understood how the combat worked, how to lock onto someone, how to swing an axe and a blunderbuss. I mean, what can go wrong with a blunderbuss? I mean, it did take a lot of ammunition to kill them. I was having fun, but it was hard work fun. I think I will put it there. But again, I think that is the actual nature of this kind of game. It is hard work fun. It's more of a grind, and I think if you like grinding, and sometimes I like games where you have to work hard, but I have to be in the mood and the right place. And I don't know if I was when we were testing this game, and that's the reason why it's still going to stay in the library for a while.
Yeah. So we did touch on it during the initial play when I asked about if you'd played Bloodborne. I mean, have you played any similar games, or can you think of any games that are similar to this?
Well, I mean, the game that is the most similar, that I think I've seen the most, is Dark Souls. I have a couple of friends who are gluttons for punishment, and they play Dark Souls, because I can imagine that Bloodborne is like Dark Souls light. But other games that it reminded me of were like Assassin's Creed, that sort of jumping from place to place, and I'm trying to remember if it's Infamous Son or something like that. Oh,
there's Infamous or Second Son. I think there's two different games you might be mixing up there.
Something like that. Yeah. What about you? What games did it remind you of?
I mean, when you said Assassin's Creed, I suppose, nothing really, because I'm not really a player of this kind of RPG. I don't really have any basis for comparison, which is probably why I'm trying desperately to be positive, because it's not really something that I would play. We did have a long conversation about whether we were even going to attempt to play Bloodborne as this month's pick, purely because I don't think either of us are particularly RPG gamers. So I'm glad we made ourselves play it. I don't think I really gave it a fair shake, perhaps, but I sort of knew it wasn't for me.
While I was continuing to play, you had a bash at Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, I did, which is great.
But at the end of the day, do you think Bloodborne was worth the space, the time, and the download that you've invested in it? I mean, was it worth your time?
I'm glad to have played it. I think it is monetarily worth it. I think if you were thinking about getting Bloodborne, I mean, we're going to sound similar every month, really. Yes, it's for the value of the money. Yes, not for me personally. If you are into RPGs and you've never given Bloodborne a chance, I think this actually is very clearly a well-made, beautiful to look at RPG that is worth downloading purely on value alone. Put it in your library and keep it there, and maybe it might be something I come back to when I'm in a more RPG grinding mood, but currently for me personally not worth the time, but it's definitely worth the money. What about you?
I'm kind of glad I've got it. I'm glad I've played it. Now I understand or started to learn the mechanics of it, and I think that's what it comes down to. You've got to learn the logic of the game. You've got to learn the mechanics. I don't think much of the tutorializing, but I think that's the point. But then you remember that with Deus Ex. Initially, I was trapped behind a door that I couldn't get through, and well, I've completed that twice now. So things change. Do I think it was worth the time? Yes. Do I think it was worth the download? Yes. It was a AAA game when it was new, and so all in all, yeah, I'm kind of happy I played it. A very frustrating sort of initial first 30 minutes, which is what, of course, the audience will see on the actual video version of this. But once we worked out how to equip weapons and things like that, I did start to get a little bit more enjoyment out of it. So yes, I think worth the time, worth the download, and yeah, I think that's the way I look at it.
Would you have paid for it?
No. No, I don't think I would have done. I think it's a game I would have borrowed from somebody rather than bought. It's not a game I needed in my library. I'm glad I've got it in my library, as long as I'm a PSN member, of course. And you, would you have paid for it?
No, but I did get Ratchet and Clank this month, so, you know, I'm happy. That's probably all I've got to say about that.
Okay, well, with that, this is MikePapaFoxtrot.
And this is 3T, and we were looking at Bloodborne, which is currently freeloadable from the PlayStation Network, March 2018. I'm off to play Ratchet and Clank. Bye!